Welcome, 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 one and all. Yeah, it is me, Clive Illenden, your host. Welcome, welcome to the Generation X Retro Gaming Club. Yes. Welcome. It's Tuesday. This is episode 8. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Generation X Retro Gaming Club. It's good to see you all here. Welcome, one and all. I hope you are all well today. Now, things are going to be a little bit different today, as you can see. It's just me. Yeah, sadly, there's no Rokk today. He's not feeling too well, so we send him our love. Get well soon, Rokk, and we hope to see him back here next week. So that's a shame. How you doing, Dasadini? Not guys, just me today. But have no fear. Have no fear. The show must go on. And I've roped in a game industry veteran. Well, that's what he says. That's what he's told me. He's a game industry veteran, been in the gaming industry a long time, about 40 years, he tells me. Someone we've talked about a lot on this very, very show. So I'm very pleased that he can make it today. He said, as I say, he's been around in the game industry for quite a while. So do me a favor, right, ladies and gentlemen, make him feel very, very welcome. Please hit those likes. As it's a bit like clapping, isn't it? It's a bit like clapping. Show your appreciation for our very special guest today, who, as I say, has made the effort to be with us today. So let's bring him on and let's say hello to him. Yeah. Hello. Right. Okay. So this. All right. So you said you'd been in the industry 40 years. That's what you're telling me. That's what it said on the CV. Yeah. Okay, I wasn't expecting this. And I can see all you've done there as well. It's Clyde, everybody. Clyde, welcome, Clyde. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, welcome, Clyde. How are you? So all you've done is you've graffitied over Rokk's name and then written your own name. Is that right? Yeah. All right. Well, do you know how the show works? Before I go on and talk to the people, yeah? You understand the structure? We're going to go through the news, yeah? And then we're going to talk about games from the past. Oh, I'll probably ask you what games you've been playing, yeah? It's ridiculous. Yeah? You understand that bit? Okay. So if I was to say to you, for instance, what games have you been playing? Chat, put what games you've been playing down in the chat and all that kind of stuff. Clyde, well, why don't we introduce yourself a bit, Clyde? Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, yeah? Why is it? Okay, I have a quick question. Clyde, right? Now, while you're here, it's bothered me. What's your Japanese name? What was that? What? Guzuta. Guzuta. Your Japanese name is Guzuta. Guzuta. Is that how I say it? Am I saying it right? Guzuta. Right. Okay. So, look, your mates, right? They're called Blinky, Pinky, and Inky. Yeah, do you see what's going on there? The Blinky, Pinky, and the Inky, yeah? And then you're just called Clyde, or Guzuta, yeah? And the other thing, do you know what it says on the fandom site about you? You don't know what it says on the fandom site. Well, I'm going to tell you what it says on the fandom site, my friend. One of the 4 main ghosts of the Pac-Man series, we know that. We know he's one of the 4 main ghosts of the Pac-Man series, of course. While the other 3 ghosts are off chasing Pac-Man, right? So they're doing their job, chasing the Pac-Man. Clyde, not Clive, Clyde, yeah, will be off doing his own thing. He's typically portrayed as being the least intelligent, it says here, and the most submissive ghost. And he is good friends with Blinky, Pinky, and Inky. Is that why? Because you don't do any work and you're the most lazy one. Oh, you've got another name here, Otoboke. That you don't have like a rhyming name, like a Blinky, Pinky, Inky name. You're just Clyde. Yeah? Anyway. So, welcome everybody. So Clyde's going to be co-hosting the show with me today. Hopefully. And we've got, you know, we're going to be going through the news and the Generation X gaming, you know, blast from the past, that kind of stuff. This day on history. All of that with the useful assistance of Clyde over here is going to be helping me. Now, Clyde, what games have you been playing this week? Any kind of particular games that you want to highlight to me? No? Okay. You sure? Any games you've been playing? None that you can think of. What? Well, Miss Pac-Man, of course. Yeah, of course you've been playing Miss Pac-Man. I get that. And you've been playing nothing else. You just have a thing for Miss Pac-Man. Okay. Fair enough. You know, each to their own, as they say. Each to their own. Anyway, enough of that. I've been playing. Welcome to the chat. Remember to hit the likes, especially to welcome Clyde, who's temporarily graffitied over Rokk's name and is taking his place for today. I don't know how helpful he's going to be because we've just found out, of course, he's the less intelligent of Inky, Blinky and Pinky. It doesn't even have a rhymey name. You're just Clyde. Anyway, but without further ado, let's get on with the show. So just to give you an idea of the show as well, what I like to think about this show that Rokk and I, we've crafted here really an intelligent show, I like to think, and hopefully you feel the same. Jerome, how are you? Yeah, not Rokk today. Yeah, not Rokk. He's been temporarily replaced by Clyde here, who's helping me out. So it's Clive and Clyde show. It's the Clive and Clyde show today. But I'm just explaining to Clyde so that Rokk and I, as you know, have... and if you're new to the show as well, it's not normally like this. Okay. Normally over there, some slightly less orange. Yeah. Just a touch. Anyway, and slightly more intelligent. Yeah, no, nothing. I'm just talking to the people, Clyde. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so for the benefit of those people and for Clyde here, we have a really a small highlights reel, okay, that I think really demonstrates the deep intellectual critical analysis that Rokk and I bring to gaming and to retro gaming, and how we usually get into some real serious perspective on gaming in general and what gaming means to us. And I basically expect you, Clyde, to be delivering the same intellectual rigor. Is that okay? So for the benefit of everybody here who may be new to the channel, and for the benefit of Clyde, I put together a little highlights reel that I'd like to share with you today as well. So without further ado, let's crack on with that. This is the #1 podcast for Generation Xers who still like to game. I was unfortunately shot point blank with a shotgun. You know what it is, or some people don't get the Generation X bit. Then you see them take the makeup off and take the filter off.
Yeah.
And they look like a completely different person.
Wow.
And it's just like, wow, that is creepy.
It's funny you should say that, Clive.
Yeah, so you had Merseyside City. Look at the graphics there, ladies and gentlemen. This was just Pong. They couldn't program the ping. Yeah.
When I said Keanu Reeves in my tweet, I wasn't too far away.
Yeah.
I was.
Yeah, it's Bob Reeves, his neighbour.
So did they ever bring his plumbing skills in again in contemporary games?
All I can see, the plumbing aspect, is he just goes down pipes.
Right. We're back to your Norwegian art films again, Clive. That was my favourite show so far. I know we've only had 3.
Yeah. There's a plumber at the door. Yeah. I've come to fix the washing machine. Yeah. It's Mario. I've come to fix the washing machine. Yeah, no, it's not that kind of thing. Probably was telling some wonderful story about Boulder Dash while that video was going on there. And we missed that gem. It's going more rainbow there. Zippy, I don't think that's quite right, Zippy, do you?
So Clive just done 38 minutes.
Sorry.
Sega Saturn. All I've got to tell you is on this day.
That was a very, very long time ago.
They call a tortoise a land turtle. So the Ninja turtles are actually tortoises.
Different version.
Different thing altogether.
Different version you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
All the 70s. Anyway,
that was Frank
Spencer. Yeah. I just threw that in for good measure. The coffins filled with dirt. That's my impression of an 8-bit machine.
That was very good.
Thank you.
It was very good.
Yeah, I do all the impressions. Yeah.
I tell you, do you do kids parties?
Not since the arrest, you know.
Netball for men.
Exactly. Depends what school you went for. Yeah, it was Touche Turtle, exactly. Touche Turtle, exactly.
Touche Turtle away.
No.
Perfect dark with custard.
Yes, exactly. Perfect dark with custard. That sounds very after dark. That is definitely after hours. Yeah.
Where we partake of Horlicks and sing old songs from the war. Fist the mic.
Yes. Oh, easy. In spite of her name, Timothy was female. Yeah, you can laugh, David. You're barred.
You're Shakespeare.
Yeah, exactly. Very good. I like that.
My friend, you're so kind. You're so kind. Have you not been entertained?
Yeah, man. Check it out. The official merch for the channel. Okay, so there you go. That's what you're competing with, Clyde. Yeah, that's the kind of intellectual rigor that I'm expecting from you today. All right. So without further ado, I hope you like that. I hope you enjoyed that chat. Little highlights reel. We're going to be sharing that out, but that's a little kind of exclusive, world exclusive, public exclusive. So I hope you enjoyed that. Some of the highlights of the past few episodes. Anyway, we have got a show to do despite my guest here. So let's get on with the show. Let's look at the news, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, the news from last week, the big news, of course, is the big announcement of the PlayStation, the big reveal, as it were, of PlayStation 5. Let's check that out. Bear with me 1 minute. Bear with me, he says. Okay, so let's get to the news. I just have to... Where's the news gone? Clive, where's the news gone? My normal slick professionalism's gone. I can't find the news. You keep them happy. You just talk for a while I find the news. That will help. It seems to me, I know what I've got to do. What I've got to do is somehow get that. Let's just paste that in there and then it will help. You keep them talking, Clyde. Yeah, you keep them talking because the news isn't popping up how I like it to pop up. Yeah, you keep them talking. We should be good. I'm going to have to do this every time now. Right. Okay, so I think we're ready now for the news, my friend. As I say, let's talk news. Let's get to the news. Right, okay. So, of course, the big news for everybody here is PlayStation 5 announced. What do we think about the PlayStation 5 and the announcements, everybody? But we finally get to see what the PlayStation 5 looks like. They revealed the design of the new console and everything. We've seen the controller before, obviously, but the whole kind of look, I mean, it looks sort of futuristic and slick. Presumably it lies flat all right. And there's the disc version and then the discless version. Let me know what you think. What do we think about the PS5, ladies and gentlemen? And with it, they announced, of course, loads and loads of different games that were coming. Of course, Spider-Man, the Miles Morales version. Obviously, if you don't know Miles Morales, he's from the Spider-Verse. Horizon Forbidden West, and lots of other sort of interesting games. One with a weird strawberry game that a lot of people seem to take the mick out of. But the key thing was really the PlayStation reveal, the PlayStation 5 reveal. That was a big thing that got everybody excited. Oh look, there's a cat there. And some great kind of looking games, but nothing for me, nothing that really blew me away. Obviously the design is quite interesting and it's much larger than I don't have it here, but it's much larger than the Xbox Series X. It's a bit taller than that, so it's quite a tall thing. I wonder if it's going to fit in under your TV in the normal place where the DVD fits and stuff. But the interesting thing about it, actually, that I think is that there's been lots of memes. I think they're worth looking at. Should we check out some of the memes going around on the design here? Let me just get these memes up here for you. And put it in there. Yeah, let's go to the memes because I think they're quite amusing, really. The fact that they've got all these different memes. Let's check this out. How people responded to the design on the PlayStation 5 here. Look, sort of a duck bill here going on. Quite like that. That's quite funny. Just close that down a minute there. Close that down there. Close that down there. That's quite amusing, really. It's somebody in sort of in 8-bit there designed. There's your Xbox building. It's like almost, it's not a Minecraft building. It's like Minecraft style, just very straightforward. And there's your PS5 style. This is quite good. How cute the PS5 looks next to the Xbox Series X. Of course, the classic fridge. Look at that. Your PS5 sandwich. That's quite cool. So there's loads of these memes. Yeah, imagine a building like that. Another duck bill theme here. It's Donald Duck there. Look at the Pringles. There we are. I wonder where they got the idea from, he says. I wonder where they got the idea from. There's one for the Destiny fans there. There's just tons and tons of memes on the PlayStation 5. Is that meant to be Soren? No, what's it? Soren, not Soren's Eye. So, yeah, Soren's Eye thing. I think that's what that's meant to be. Aircraft carrier. These ones are quite good. Look, just an old PlayStation 2 or whatever with or a DVD with bits of paper just stuck to the side there. In a file binder. They go on for ages. This was a classic one that was doing the round. Somebody just put two, because there's a lot of people said it looked like a hub of some sort, and so they just put two envelopes either side of their internet hub to give that impression. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat below what you think about that. Do you think that's sort of a fair assessment? But people having fun with the PlayStation 5 reveal. The other big news, well, in the gaming world, although not necessarily aimed at our sort of get rid of these, at our demographic, of course, is Fortnite. Now, obviously, you know, I don't suppose many of us play Fortnite, but the interesting thing is that Fortnite often have in-game events. So the idea is, like a bit like Destiny 2 had last week, actually, but Fortnite have been doing this for a long time. They've had concerts. I mean, actual concerts in there. They did one with Marshmello, did a DJ set inside Fortnite, and you could sort of go into the game as one of your characters, and then you just listen to the concert. There was the Tenant trailer, the new Christopher Nolan movie. That had a big sort of premiere inside Fortnite, but often when they're changing season or bringing in a new season, some event happens and then sort of blows up the island or blows something on the island or something like that. And anyway, so that happened this week as well. And the interesting thing, and the reason, as I say, I know it's not our demographic, and that's sort of cool, but the interesting thing is just the sheer numbers that were involved in this. Just get through the ads. Are staggering. So the basically is, you know, there's a big countdown to the event. So just like the Destiny 2 event last week, and you can go into the game. They were said to, get to the game 30 minutes before. There was massive queues, but the numbers of the event, I mean, basically there's this headquarters. If you don't know the game, well, so in the one of the recent updates, they built this sort of spy headquarters in the middle of the island. I don't understand. I only know this because of my son. Anyway, it was destroyed, basically, by some doomsday type device going on. You could tell I'm like a proper dad who doesn't really understand Fortnite. But anyway, the key thing about this was just the sheer numbers involved. I'll stop that for a minute because I'm sure you're not that interested in that particular. But the key thing is the sheer numbers involved. And if we look at these numbers, I've got it listed somewhere. Let me just find out here. So basically, Fortnite's device event blew up the agency, which is that kind of HQ thing in the middle I was talking about. Where is the thing? Apparently there were 12 million players online at that time, which to me is sort of staggering. I'm just looking for the official Fortnite tweet here. Yeah, so for the official Fortnite tweet said here, we were overwhelmed by the response to the device, which is the event. 12 million players in game. That's just staggering. 12 million players in the game simultaneously watching the event. You can see why, they premiered a trailer in there. They've done concerts in there. This is a new form of entertainment or promotion in game. And Fortnite are really sort of pushing this kind of idea that people are investing in. As I say, the Tenet trailer, the new Christopher Nolan film, was trailered inside, had an exclusive reveal inside the game, because there are 12 million people watching. And it's not just the 12 million people in the game. Another 8.4 million people watched live on Twitch and YouTube. So 20 million people, watched this event. And it just reminds me that Reed Hastings, the CEO of Netflix, in an article a few months ago, I think at the end of last year, he said his biggest competitor wasn't Amazon Prime or anything like that. He said Netflix's biggest competitor was Fortnite. And what he was talking about is just that, whether you're into streaming videos, whether you're into whether you're a games company or whatever, whether you're YouTube or anything like that, whether you're the BBC, whatever it is, it's about viewer time. And more people are spending time inside Fortnite than are watching telly or watching Netflix. So I just thought it was interesting that Reed Hastings, came out and said that his biggest competitor wasn't in fact, someone like Amazon or other TV VOD companies. It was Fortnite. And that just goes to say, completely over our heads with its slightly older generation. But if you've got kids, it's all about the Fortnite. But 12 million people in a live in game to watch an event. 20 million people, then another 8 million watching it via Twitch or YouTube. 20 million people. That's a lot of eyeballs, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of eyeballs. But just interesting. That's the news anyway. That's the news. Let's just a quick look at the chat. Clyde, this is the bit where I normally look at the chat. Okay, I'm going to look at the chat. Some of them are liking you. Some of them preferring you to Rokk. Don't know why, but there you go, Clyde. I'm just saying. Dazadini says he's been playing Destiny 2. Not really my sort of game, but I'm really enjoying it. It's a great game. The combat in it's just nice and easy, and you get that sort of satisfaction and stuff. The story progression is difficult to sort of navigate sometimes. You need somebody go and see Anna Halliday or whatever her name is, and then she'll get you into the stories. But even then, once you've done those. But the Crucible is fun, and what's it called? The other one. My brain's gone dead now. Gambit. Gambit's a lot of fun as well. So there we go. Jerome says, couldn't play ESO, no account. Yeah, I think you need to go to the ESO, official ESO site /login, set up an account that way, and then come back. Rokk, although is not here today. Clyde's here, obviously. He did a little video about, trouble signing in. You can't actually see the signing in bit. I think the best way is to manually on your PC go to the Elder Scrolls Online site /login, set up a login there, then come back to Stadia, log in, and then use your login. If you can see, you can't quite see the buttons to do the login, but I think Rokk explains it all in a little video he did earlier today. So check that out. There are Dazadini saying, create an account, play ESL. I wish I'd read that now because you would have saved my breath there. You are with Otoboke. Yeah, that's right. I am. Also, Gurutako, whatever his name was. What was it? I'm losing track of all my tabs here. Also known as Guzuta as well as Otoboke. He's also known as Guzuta, apparently. But yes, you see that is right. How great number counts, create. Price not going to be funny. That's for the PlayStation 5. No, exactly. They're both Xbox and PlayStation. Are sort of, you go first. No, you go first. No, you go first. No, you go first. Aren't they? Aren't they, Clyde? Yeah? Yeah, they are apparently. So there you go. Anyway, that's the news. So next, of course, Clyde, this is the bit that we go on this day in gaming, Clyde. Yeah, so I will go back into the past. We did a few weeks ago, we did Pac-Man. Yeah, we did you. So, and we look about what happened in gaming sometime in the past, roughly this week. So this week in gaming, there we are, is this. Where are we going now? We're going to the news. Where's the news? Where's my news button? I'm going blind. There it is. There's the news button. The Game Boy Advance. Who had the Game Boy Advance? I had a Game Boy Advance. I'm sure I did. I had the Game Boy, and then I had the Game Boy Advance. I'm sure I had the Game Boy Advance. 2001, yeah, definitely had it. So, this was a launch. So this is sort of this, on this day in history, sort of. We're sort of between the launches. So, but I just think this is a significant one. So this was a 32-bit handheld game console developed, manufactured and marketed by Nintendo as the successor to the Game Boy Color. It was released in Japan on March the 21st, 2001. So quite some time before now. But in North America on June the 11th, 2001. Remember that time when things were launched significantly before in one territory, before it reached the other territory. You wouldn't have that now. We have global launches. Evening, Lee. How are you, my friend? We're with no Rokk today. We're with my friend Clyde here, Guzuta, also known as Guzuta in Japan. He's with us as well, trying to keep us informed. So basically in America. So last week, this time, we should have done this last week because it's like June the 11th. June the 11th, 2001, 19 years ago, ladies and gentlemen, 19 years ago, it was launched in America. And then next week, June the 22nd, launched in Australia and Europe. But it's funny, it's curious because that's how they used to do it. They used to sort of have staggered launches, but you wouldn't have that now. Your PlayStation 5 is going to be launched globally on day one, in Japan, in America. People will be queuing at the shops, it. Yeah, it's going to be like an Apple event. People will be queuing outside the shops for that thing. People love to do that. So yeah, let me know who had the Game Boy Advance. I did. It was a great little device. I remember sitting on an airplane. I don't think I played Super Mario properly all the way through, no, and then I don't think I had, and then I think I had a version of it for this, and that's made me realise the power of a really, really well crafted game like Super Mario Brothers. That you're learning difficult. The curve is perfectly structured, so you learn as you go, things get slightly harder, it's repetitive, you want to go back and start again because you made a mistake, and just really, really well constructed. And for about 8 hours of that flight, I think it was to Vancouver or something like that, London to Vancouver, yeah, I was just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh, playing like Super Mario Brothers or something on that. Just really taught me the beauty of a really well crafted game. Yeah, so there we go. This time, 19 years ago. Who would have thunk it? Yeah, who would have thunk it? So, right, what are we doing next? What are we doing next, Clyde? What? Oh yeah, I was going to ask you, what did you like about? Was there anything in particular that you liked about the Game Boy Advance? Anything that took your fancy at all? Yeah? You're going to share it with the crowd? Anything that took your fancy? Okay, let's have a look. Okay, I think I've got it. I've got it here. It's all right. Don't rush me. Don't rush me. I've got it here. I've got it here. Right. So, what took your fancy on the Game Boy Advance? Any games you remember playing on the Game Boy Advance, Clyde? Anything interesting that you want to share with the group? Yeah. That. You know, of course, it's that Pac-Man collection on the Game Boy Advance. What did you get in the Pac-Man collection? Got Pac-Man. What's that? Pack-Attack? Pack-Attack. Pack-Attack. There's even a Pinball Advance there. Pac-Man Pinball Advance. Pac-Man World. Pac-Man World 2. They're not mucking about, are they? What the piranhas doing in Pac-Man World 2? I don't remember that. Clyde? Were the piranhas in Pac-Man World 2? Anyway, fair enough, Clyde. We know each to their own. Each to their own. Can't complain about that, really. So anyway, there we go. 19 years ago, Clyde was playing Pac-Man World 2 on the Game Boy Advance. I was playing Super Mario Brothers. Let me know what you're playing. Do you remember any games in particular? Don't forget to hit the like and everything. I know Rock's not here, but Clive would appreciate it. Clive would appreciate it. Clive would appreciate it as well. Hit those likes. I know the show's a bit weird today, but you know, there you go. You've got to work what you got, haven't we, Clyde? You've got to work what we got, mate. Right, what's next, Clyde? I seem to have so many windows open, Clyde. I'm losing track of things. Right, okay. What was it? Oh yes, so this next bit here, Clyde, is what we call the 64K of memory. Yeah, 64K of memory, or what I like to call is a Generation X game. It's a Generation X. Nothing. He does it. Yeah. Rokk loves that. He loves me doing that. He likes me doing them impressions. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, whatever. So, my choice. So, remember, we're going to both, so, Clyde, you're going to pick after me. I'm going to go first. And then you pick a game. So, remember, and it's up to the chat. Everybody, welcome. It's up to chat here to let us know what you think. Basically, what you think of the choices. So, I'm going to go first. Let me just there we go. So I'll go first and then you let me know what you think. So here we go. So this is my first choice. Let me just, we'll get it large and then we'll get rid of the ad as well. I don't want to see the ad. No, it's a long ad. Get away with it. So this is my choice. I love this game, and Chase reminded me of this game in a chat we were having, and I just thought, that's going to be my game. So here we go. Quick. Who remembers this? Papa the Rapper. Papa the Rapper. It was on PlayStation 1, I believe. It was just surreal. It looks like a kind of kiddie game, but I remember like all the games producers that I used to work with absolutely loved it, and I loved the sort of, you know, paper cutout look to it, and the ridiculous rapping, and the fact that your kind of dojo lead or whatever, your sensei is like, I don't know, is he meant to be an onion? Let us know if you remember Papa the Rapper anyway. It just rapping was really silly. Remember, it never had it. Parappa the Rapper, amazing, yeah. It's. I wish they should bring it back. I mean, this is like the best I could find, one of the best sort of footage I could find, unfortunately. It doesn't really do it justice. There's another one, a brilliant one with when he's in a taxi with somebody, which is like really cool. I'm not going to find that one. Here we are. Let's actually. So that was Papa the Rapper. So let's do our little background story on it so we can all see it. So Parappa, sorry, I say Papa. See, I want to say Papa the Rapper, but it's Parappa the Rapper. Lee is quite correct. I call it Papa the Rapper, but it's Parappa the Rapper. Parappa the Rapper. So Japanese, of course. Parappa the Rapper is a rhythm game developed by Nana Onsha, published on the PlayStation in Japan in 1996, and then worldwide, again a delay here. Well, it had a real cult following, I seem to remember. So published in 1997, created by music producer Masaya Matsura in collaboration with artist Rodney Greenblatt. The game features unique visual design. It was unique visual design because it had that sort of, as though they're like from Flat World, sort of paper thin kind of characterization. And it's considered the first true rhythm game because you had to kind of get the rhythm as they rapped. You had to sort of press the right keys at the right time, I seem to remember. And it was ported to PlayStation Portable in 2006. A remastered version of the game was released for PlayStation 4 in 2017. Kick, punch, it's all in the mind. Oh, Lee, man, you're bringing it back. Yeah, excellent. So there was a remastered one. Wow, we could check that out. Where did I just read that? Papa the Rapper. Let's Parappa. Let's do this live. Whoops. Parappa. PS4. See if we can get better quality. Presumably they just ported it and just updated the graphics. Remastered gameplay. Oh, here we are. We're going to get a much better quality here. Excuse the ads. Yeah. Can't really afford a Samsung right now. Here we are. I want to become a hero. We'll just force forward it. Look at these crazy characters. As though, and again, it's sort of flat design. Let's get to the crazy rapping bit. Here we are. Welcome to the Fruites Dojo. Here we go. Oh, look at that quality. Much better quality there. Kick, punch. It's all in the mind. There you are, Lee. Yeah, Jamalami, yes. They said here, look at the quality. I wish I'd found it. I wish I'd shown you guys this version. Actually, the quality in this is really cool. Look at the little onions at the back. And block. There we are. Really good quality there. The update. Well worth getting. If you've got a PS4, I bet you could pick it up quite cheap. But you can see at the top, you've got to hit R1 on the rhythm, L1, get the rhythm right, pose. Yeah. Anyway, so that is my blast from the past, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's my blast from the past. You're quite right. go back to the here about the spin-off there, Lee. The guitar spin-off Jamalami, released in 1999 for PlayStation, and a direct sequel, Papa the Rapper 2, released on PlayStation 2 in 2001. An anime television series based on the games aired in Japan between 2001 and 2002, with a short spin-off series airing from October 2016. So there we go. Awesome. Yeah, that's really, yeah, I'm really pleased with that. Shout. Yeah, personally. That's my shout. So now it's over to Clyde. Okay, Clyde. So that was mine. Parappa the Rapper. Yeah, I like that one. Parappa Rapper. Clyde, what is your choice from your gaming past? I hate to ask almost. Part of me is slightly reluctant to ask this question, but I'm going to anyway. Let us know what your game from the past is, Clyde, that you want to share with everybody here. All right, and I'll try and call it up. Oh dear. Is this the best you can do? This is your choice. It's a bit self-promoting, and oddly enough, oh, there you are. I was going to say, where are you? There you are. What is the fundamental difference, though? Blinky, yeah. Inky, Sue. It's got Sue in it, right? But what is the fundamental difference, may I ask, between the Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man? That's what I want to know. Yeah. What's the fundamental difference? Because it looked the same to me there. If I'm brutally honest. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Shall we have a look, see what Miss Pac-Man was all about? Just in fairness, and just to be equal here, and not to disparage. It was your choice, and it's fair enough. We can go with that. Okay, so let's have a quick look. Here, Miss Pac-Man. Okay, is Clyde's choice, ladies and gentlemen, not my choice. It's Clyde's choice, of course. Whoa, Jerome, look, wait, whoa. Easy. You're going to give him a bit of a big head. Apple's now talking to me, not Google. It's usually Google. Right. Ms. Pac-Man. Ms. Pac-Man, ladies and gentlemen. 1982 Maze arcade game. Developed by General Computer Corporation. Published by Midway. Sequel to Pac-Man in 1980. Not really a imaginative sequel. They just put a ribbon, by the looks of things, on Pac-Man. The first entry in the series to not be made by Namco. So, Ms. Pac-Man was not made by Namco Bandai. Did not know that, Clyde. Interesting. Eating all the pellets in an enclosed maze. Yeah, we know that. Blah-de-blah-de-blah. Namco president Masaya Nakamura helped design the character of Miss Pac-Man and collected royalties for each arcade cabinet. Oh, that's handy, isn't it? He got a royalty. All he's done is put a ribbon on her head, and he gets a royalty every time an arcade cabinet's sold for drawing a ribbon on the Pac-Man. I could have done that. It's been listed among the greatest video games of all time, one of the most successful American arcade games ever. The game's success inspired several ports for home consoles, handheld systems, as well as numerous sequel and remake games, spawning a Miss Pac-Man spin-off series. The rights to the game are owned by Namco's successor company, Bandai Namco Entertainment, of course. Okay, so here we are, the differences. What were the differences? Similar to Pac-Man, yeah, so this is what I wanted to know, Clyde. What were the differences? Pac-Man earns points by eating pellets and avoiding monsters. Contact with one causes Ms. Pac-Man to lose a life. Yeah, we know that. So the difference is 4 mazes appear different colour schemes. Wow, different colour schemes. Pink maze appears in levels 1 and 2. The light maze appears in level 3, 4 and 5. And the brown maze appears in levels 6 to 9. If I'm honest, Clyde, it's not going to make any difference to me because I'm colourblind. 3 of the 4 mazes have 2 sets of warp tunnels as opposed to only 1 in the original maze. Oh, the monster's behavioural patterns are different and include semi-random movement, so slightly more advanced, which prevents the use of patterns to clear each round. So of course, with the original Pac-Man, people could learn the patterns, yeah, and then sort of start going around and clearing each level really quickly. So it looks like here what they've done is randomize some of the movement, Clyde, to making it of you and your friends, to make it slightly harder. The orange monster is called Sue, rather than Clyde. Sue, Clyde, your alter ego is Sue. I did not know that. So they're Inky, Blinky, Pinky, Blinky, and Blinky in Pac-Man, and then Clyde. And in Miss Pac-Man is Inky, Pinky, and Blinky, and Sue. You're Sue. Do you get a ribbon in your head? I didn't know. I shouldn't laugh. But that is quite funny. Anyway, there we go. That was Clyde's. That was Sue's choice. Yeah, we'll call it Sue. That was Sue's choice. Ms. Pac-Man. My choice is Parappa the Rapper. Everybody vote. 1 for Parappa the Rapper. 2 for Pac-Man. Everybody vote now while I take a drink and decide what we're doing next in the world of the news. No, not the news. Right, 1 for Parappa. 2, Defo Dazzadini saying Defo Parappa. Good. Lee was for Parappa. Good choice, Clyde. Yes, but Parappa the Rapper wins it for me. Still a decent choice. Yeah, you can't overlook Parappa the Rapper. I think I'm going to call it 2. Yeah, Jerome is sticking with you there, Sue. AKA Clyde, as we've now found out. Secret life, isn't it? Hey, Clyde? Sue. Lee is definitely going for Parappa the Rapper. I'm going to call it. Dazzadini said Parappa Rapper, so it's. I'm calling it. It's another win for me. Yeah, you let Rokk down, mate. Because you're made it all about you. Yeah? Parappa the Rapper. For imagination and difference. Because there's one really a big leap in Miss Pac-Man, if I'm honest with you, Clyde. Was there? Apart from the sort of slightly more randomization of the ghosts and stuff. And a couple more warp tunnels. But that was it, really. Yeah. Yay! Anyway. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. As I say, a little bit different this week. As I say, no Rokk, just Clyde helping me out today. I hope you enjoyed the show. And I certainly did. Clyde, did you enjoy the show? You did enjoy the show? Yeah, and I know you didn't win the thingy, but that's all right. I've been doing this game for 8 episodes, man. I've been doing this man and boy, yeah? Man and boy, I've been doing this game, yeah, this gig. I know what the crowd wants, mate. I know what they want. Man and boy. Been doing this man and boy, I have, Clyde. Anyway, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is the show. And I hope you enjoyed it. A little bit shorter than normal. Obviously, Clyde didn't have much to say today. Obviously, Rokk is a bit more eloquent, if I'm fair. So hit that like. Say thank you to Clyde. Hope you enjoyed that. Silly Stelius, where have you been, man? You've missed it. We've been chatting away with Clyde here, also known as Sue, right? Apparently, in Miss Pac-Man, he's known as Sue. Yeah, but I think he's a bit sensitive about it. It's all right. I'm woke. Yeah, I'm cool with it. No, you can be cool, Sue. That's fine. Whatever. I'm cool. I'm down with the kids. I get these things. So I hope you enjoyed the show. Silly Stelios, thank you for the subscription as well today, Silly Stelios. I saw that. Make sure you catch up with the show. I hope you enjoyed the show this week. Rokk, I'm sure, will be back with us next week. Sending him love. I hope he gets better. I hope you had a good time. I hope you have a good gaming week, folks. Once again, a big thank you for me for making, for just being here, because otherwise it would just be me and an animated object to my left here. It's my left here. Just talking into the wilderness and the man in the van would come and take me away. He may well still come and take me away, but who knows? And on that note, I just want to say goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from Clyde, aka Sue, and we'll see you around very, very soon. Goodbye!